Hi, I'm Adam with Bishop Sheen Rosaries here today. You know, I love Dr. Petrie, Dr. Hahn, Dr. Sri, Father Don Calloway, 10 Wonders of the Rosary, but I'm just your normal neighborhood kid, giving it to you straight, wearing my hoodie, not, a university professor giving you some theology lesson. So if you like these types of videos, give this video a like, subscribe to our channel, you're in the right place. Let's strap in and get to the third wonder of the Rosary, that the Rosary is feared by Satan. I think there's a common misconception in the Christian Catholic world that we have to allow bad things to happen and we can't stand up and fight. We have to be pacifists. This is 100% false. Yes, Jesus does say, "Blessed are the peacemakers," but he's not necessarily talking about peace between good and evil. He's talking about peace between you and your fellow man. He said in the book of Genesis, God said, "I will put enmity between your offspring and hers," talking to the serpent. Today, we're going to call on the Blessed Virgin Mary. We're going to pick up our handy-dandy rosaries and we're going to wage war on the devil. Wage war on evil. I'm not going to be able to pull it out fast enough here. Yeah. Yeah. Today we fight fire with fire because, the Rosary is just one of those things that the devil hates most. We talked in the last wonder video about how the Rosary is a spiritual weapon, that the Rosary is kind of like a sword of light or a lightsaber, and I'll link that video up above. Now, because the Rosary is our choice weapon against evil, we're going to go a little bit more into that symbolism of why the Rosary is kind of our sword or our weapon in this battle. Remember, in the Garden of Eden, after our parents broke that first covenant, that the angel of God was placed at the gate of the garden with a flaming sword protecting the garden, and no one could enter or exit. It's a sword that seals that covenant. And what did God promise even in Genesis? That Mary would step on the head of the serpent, that evil was never going to win this battle. From the very beginning, God had a plan to redeem fallen man, and as we see in the book of Revelation, I believe it's Revelation 12, that it's through the woman that the devil or the dragon is overcome. It's the woman clothed with the sun that gave birth to the offspring that the dragon tried to devour but couldn't. The fulfillment of the covenant came true because of Mary's perfect obedience and ultimately having her son Jesus Christ. And it's for this reason that the devil hates the Blessed Virgin Mary and hates the Rosary. Because when you are praying your Rosary, you're effectively taking that same obedience that our mother had and trying to mirror it in your own life, saying, "I want to do the will of the Lord." This is the one thing that the devil can never overcome, is somebody who has that obedience and that humility to be all in for the Lord and for the Lord's plan for that person's life. So you've been equipped. Now, this is when it applies to your life. You've been equipped with the sword, the Rosary, to say yes, to be obedient, to be humble, and to slay the dragons and the evil in your everyday life. You can participate in this battle and pick up your sword because the Rosary makes this sword accessible to all. We can even see this image in other parts of literature or scripture or history. Saint Michael has slayed the serpent. We see Saint George slaying the dragon. Father Don Calloway actually even ends this chapter talking about actually how in the Ted Bundy murders, there was a case of a time where he tried to enter a woman's room, a young girl who was praying the Rosary. He was going to murder her, but for some reason, and he explained later in his life that he could not enter that room. For some reason, there was a mysterious force which was preventing him from entering the room, and he actually dropped his weapon and he ran away. We know as Catholics, as Christians, that it was that woman's guardian angel and the Blessed Virgin Mary looking out for that girl in that moment of prayer. There was a mysterious, invisible angel with a flaming sword guarding that door. And to close out this video, let's listen to the words of Saint Anthony Mary Claret, and imagine that he's saying these words before battle, the night before a big war, rallying his troops. "Let victory be thine, O Mother. Thou wilt conquer. Yes, thou hast the power to overcome all heresies, errors, and vice. And I, confident in your powerful protection, will engage in the battle, not only against flesh and blood, but against the prince of darkness, as the Apostle Paul says, grasping the shield of the Holy Rosary, and armed with a double-edged sword of the divine word." Amazing. Amazing what prayer can do against sin and evil. Take that into your own prayer and into your life. And thank you for sticking to the end of this video. Please like our videos, share them with friends, and don't forget to check out sheenrosaries.com to find a rosary for yourself or for another friend, especially this upcoming Lenten season. From us to you, through Mary.